And about with some other girls, and I think you should just leave because I know exactly what it means, guys. Because it's time for a new TBR. Hey! Good morning, bookish friends. Happy Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day for all those who celebrate. I am here to do a fun video for you guys today. I am here back with my iced tea. And we are here to film some videos. So you might see this t-shirt in a couple other videos coming soon. I'm planning on doing a TBR video, which is the video you're watching now. And then I'm hoping to do my February new releases while it's still early on in the month. So as of right now, it is currently Valentine's Day as I'm filming this. So again, happy Valentine's Day to all those who celebrate. I wanted to come on here and tell you guys what I'm wanting to read in the month of February. First, let's get a tea sip. Cheers. And let's get into the video, shall we? So first off, let me start off by talking about my current read. I'm currently reading Eternal Ruins by Tigress Grima, but this is book 2 of the trilogy. Book 1 was called Immortal Dark, which I read last year in February and really loved. And so far, I'm enjoying this one as well. The beginning of this one was a bit slower than book 1, which was kind of frustrating for me because I'm like, it's a sequel. We should be fast-paced and getting to the action and all that, right? But we haven't really got to the action until the part that I'm at right now. I'm on chapter 53, page 325 right now. I'm currently reading this for the Swoony Romcom readathon that my friend Kalyani over at Kalyani Simply Me and Karina over at She Dreams in Words. I am reading this for one of their reading prompts for the bingo board, which I'll share my bingo board in here in a little bit. And then I'll also go over all the prompts for that because I have a list. But this is on that list, but this is what I'm currently reading. Throughout my videos, I like to talk about what I'm currently reading, if I'm reading anything, and this time around I happen to be reading something that I'm enjoying. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one ends. I'm a little scared because book 3 doesn't come out till November of this year, so I will have a long wait for the waiting game. So nonetheless, I'm excited to see how this one ends. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are currently reading and if you have a 5-star read recently. My last 5-star read that I had was Red City by Marie Lu. I just read that for the month of February. You'll see that in a vlog / wrap-up video soon, so look forward to that. Anyways, let's jump into my ambitious TBR. As always, I have so many books that I want to read throughout the month. So I want to start off with my book club / buddy reads. So with my, oh, this is my wrong notebook. With my book club, the first thing I want to share is that I am now one of the co-hosts for the BA book club that is hosted by my friend Clint over at Reads Readers and my booktube sis Hope over at It's Hope's Book. I'm very excited to be joining their book club this year. I missed the January live show, but I'm hoping that for February I can join them. And their February book club pick is called Where There's Smoke. I don't know who the author of this one is. I just have the title written in my bullet journal, so sorry. But here's the cover. It's so pretty. I heard this is a sapphic romance set in a small town setting that deals with fighter fighters. That's all I really needed to know more about. I want to go into this book as blindly as I can. I tried reading the January book that they had, which was Home Ice, and I DNF'd that one last month. So I'm hoping I like this one a bit more. But I don't know when the live show is. I think it's February 29th, if I'm not mistaken. Editing me can put the correct time and date in the description box and on the screen above for you guys. Next, we're going to talk about my book club, which is called Queerreads. If you don't know, Queerreads is a book club where we read queer and own diverse voices. This year, we are changing it up. This year, we are doing a contemporary / romance pick, and then we're also doing a fantasy pick for the month of February. We're doing that throughout the year, so if you want to read one or the other, you can. So our romance / contemporary pick is 1 Week to Win the Chocolate Maker by Timothy Jablonski. This is a male-male romance novel that is a standalone, and I'm so excited to read this, you guys. You have no clue. It might be my next read after reading a heavy fantasy book. But this is the spiciest book that Timothy has written. This is a retelling of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so I'm really curious to see how Timothy is going to do that retelling. I read Once Upon You and Me last year, and I absolutely loved it. I devoured it in one day, and I have a feeling that this one will be no other like that. So I'm really excited to see how this one goes. I hope I have another favorite book by him. Right now, You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince is my favorite book by him so far, but maybe this one will take the cake. No pun intended. I just made that on the spot. That's so funny. I love that. Anyways, this is the romance pick for Queerreads. And then our fantasy pick is Carnival Fantastico by Angela Monea, I think is how you say the author's last name. I've been following this author since her debut novel, and I loved her first 2 books. This is her 3rd book. This gives me a bit of Caraval feel. So if you love Caraval and the Night Circus, I feel like you will really love this one. All I know about this one is that it has dual point of view narrative. So hopefully I won't get too confused by that, because lately I have been. But this one says, don't let the past consume you. It says, look beyond the smoke and mirrors. Need I say more? I'm very stoked. This is February new release, so it's very brand new. You'll also see this in my new releases video. Okay, the next book club that I have is my friend Vish here on YouTube. Her book club is reading Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Henry Blake. This will be my 2nd book by Ashley that I'm reading, and I'm really hoping I love this one. I actually had this on my TBR for years now, and ever since I done like my bookshelf as rainbow colors, it got a little damaged during the moving process of the bookshelf. So I'm a little bummed about that. But nonetheless, this is a sapphic romance that I'm really looking forward to. I have this on my shelves for years now, and all 2 books for the sequels of this series is out now. So if I wanted to, I could binge read this in the springtime. I feel like romances is like the perfect way to go for the spring season, you know? So I can't wait to read this. If I don't get to this in February, I'll definitely add this into my March TBR, because my friend Melanie from Completely Mel, she is reading this for her Spring Into Reading readathon, and this is their group book. So if I don't get to it in February, I can push it off to March and then hopefully read it with my friend Mel. But hopefully February I can read this. The next one I have is, I'll have to put a cover in, but the next one is Lala over at Books and Lala. Her book club is reading How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shyla something. I don't know your last name, Shyla. I'm so sorry. This is a adult thriller that's literally about a main character going on a speed dating, and she has to learn how to kill a guy in 10 dates. I don't know. It sounds intriguing. It's not something that I would typically pick up, but I got it from Book of the Month, so you'll be seeing that unboxing soon. But yeah, this is Lala from Books and Lala's Literary Dead book club pick. And then the next one I have is my friend Lindsay. Her book club is reading The Wolf King. Again, I don't know who the author is. I'm so sorry. But this is The Wolf King. I'm very excited for this. This has been getting a lot of hype lately. I saw it at Barnes & Noble last week, and I should have bought it when I saw it there, but I didn't. I'll be buying it this week with my paycheck, though, so I'm super excited to have a physical copy soon. And I believe book 2 of this trilogy just came out, too, so that's really amazing. So I can binge read this one if I wanted to. Next one, going into buddy reads, the first buddy read that I have for the month is Ring of Fates by Melissa De La Cruz. I am buddy reading this with my friend Amanda over at Amanda Booktopia. And I believe Aaron's joining us too. I believe. I don't know. Anybody I mention will be listed down below. Very stoked to be reading this one. You can't even see the cover of this because of my ring light. But this is a new this is a new adult fantasy with dragons in here. And it's Melissa De La Cruz, who's an author for me. Another buddy read I am doing is also with my friend Amanda and Clint, and that is My Husband's Wife by Alice Vini. We're going to be buddy reading this one. I'm very stoked to be doing so. I think that's all the buddy reads I have planned for this month. So let's jump into the actual TBR. So Kalyani and Karina are hosting a readathon called Romcom Swoonathon, where there's 22 reading challenges. And I'm very stoked to get through these. So I'll read off the challenges as we go. That way this video won't be as long as it is. Challenge 1 is Taboo Romance. For me, I'll be reading Step in the Zone. I think this is by Blaine Allen, I think. This is a first of a new romance series for me that involves with stepbrothers and hockey and is male-male romance. Need I say more? Next one is School Setting. And for me, School Setting, I picked An Arcana Inheritance by Camila Cole. This is a adult fantasy standalone that I got from Aardvark last month. So I'm very stoked to be reading this very, very soon. Maybe could be my next read as well. I don't know. I'm just in a huge fantasy mood if you can't tell. Next one is Pink on the Cover. And so for me, I'm going to be doing Where There's Smoke. Again, I forgot who the author is, but that's the Bob Book Club pick. Next is Female Friendship. I'll be doing The Favorites by somebody. The Favorites is a book recommended to me by my friend Amanda. She really loved this one, and I'm excited to see what this one has involved. I think this one has hockey in it, or ice skating. One of the two. I don't know. It involves the ice, and we shall see how that one goes. That one I do have as in my Book of the Month box as well. So, spoiler alert for the next video. Next one is Grumpy Sunshine. So, I'm going to be using 1 Week to Win the Chocolate Maker by Timothy Jablonski, because this has Grumpy Sunshine on the back of the summary, and I was like, that is perfect. I can't wait for this. Next one is Fake Dating. I already read this book, but that is The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. Sports Romance, I'm doing Step in the Zone for that one again. Emotional Read, I'm doing Eternal Ruin by Tigress Grima. This is book 2 of the trilogy. I think my dog wants to be let out, so hold on. She always wants to leave when I'm filming. I think it's because I'm really loud. Sorry, baby. Anyways, emotional read, I will be doing Eternal Ruins by Tigress Grima, which is also my current read. Disability Rep, I'll be reading the Swoonie Readers Book Club pick, and that is Hear My Heart. Again, I forgot who the author is. Hear My Heart is Disability Rep. Challenge 11 is Found Family, and for me, I'll be reading or trying to get to Direbound by Sarabelle Sorsen. This is book 1 of a new romantasy trilogy. I'm very stoked to get into this. I hear if you love Fourth Ring, you will love this one. For standalone book, I will be reading My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. Forced Proximity, I'll be reading a new book. I'll be reading If All the Stars Go Dark by S.G. Prince. This is a male-male romance set in space. So it's a sci-fi novel, which I read a lot of, so I'm very stoked to see how this one will go. It's set in space on a spaceship. I feel like there's some sort of close quarters there, you know? For romantic suspense, I don't know if this is actually romantic suspense, so you guys will have to let me know if this is or not. But Kaylani told me that I could stretch the prompt if I wanted to. And so I picked Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Maniscalco. This is book 2 of the trilogy. I read book 1 twice now, and I started book 2. I literally got to page 56 in the middle of a chapter. So I don't know where I'm at, actually. But I started book 2. I just never finished this. So is this romantic suspense? Would you guys count this? If not, I would love to have a book rec for romantic suspense, please. Please and thank you. Next one is Female Rage. I read 7 Deadly Thorns for that. I've already read it and really enjoyed it. Gave it 4 stars. Next one is Involves a Competition. I'm really excited to be reading The Things Gods Break by Abigail Owen. I bought this one for myself as a Christmas gift in December when Barnes & Noble was having that 50% off deal. This book being 50% off, yes please. I didn't need to get it for $32, so I was like, sold to me. Next is Foiling on the Cover. I doubled up and I used 7 Deadly Thorns for that. Next is Bookish Book, and that one I might physically read this one just because, again, spring and contemporary, I feel like they just go hand in hand, and I'll be using Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is the only Emily Henry book that I have unread, so I'm like really shocked and annoyed that I haven't. There's a bookmark in here. Oh, I got to chapter 3, page 40 in here when I started it last time. I'm definitely gonna have to restart it, but yeah, I might physically read this one this month, so you might see this in a wrap-up, or you might not. We shall see. Physically reading has been hard lately. I don't know about you guys. Next prompt is Meet Cute, and that one I'm gonna double up, and I'm gonna use Where There's Smoke. That's the Ba Book Club group. Next one is Celebrity or Royals. I'm gonna use, I've already read this one, but I read Simply More from Cynthia Erivo. Love that one. That made me sob. And the last one I have is Gripping Tagline. And this one I use As Old as Time by Liz Braswell. This is the 3rd book in the Twisted Tale series. This has a gripping tagline that says, "What if Belle's mother cursed the beast?" Like, what? Need I say more? I'm so stoked. I really need to get back into this series as well because I have so many unread, but I keep buying all the newer ones and I'm like, I just need you in my hands, you know? So this is a gripping tagline. I hope I love it. I hope it's a 5-star read for me. And then I wanted to show you guys what I have checked out from my Hoopla. And so let me show you those real quick. I believe these are the 3 that I own. Let me double check on my phone and see if that's true. Sorry, please hold. Oh yeah, for the first one, the first audiobook I have checked out from Hoopla is The Things God Break. Then I have from Hoopla the audiobook checked out for The Demon and the Light by Axie O. This is book 2 and the finale in the duology. Hopefully I can wrap this one up in February. I would really love to. Then I have, speaking of sequels and trying to wrap things up, I have, oh god, it's so heavy. This is Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cold. This is a chunky fantasy. I don't know if I'm going to get to this in February, but if I can, I would love to. Hopefully I can. I'm scared by the size of this, but I think I'll fly through it. So we shall see. Book 3 of the trilogy. Sorry, book 3 of the universe, and book 4 comes out in July. So, very excited for that. And then another sequel I would like to get to in February is Kingdom of the Claw by Demi Winters. I read book 1 in December. I didn't love book 1, but I hear the series gets better as it goes on. Very stoked to see how book 2 goes. Definitely will be getting to this one soon. If not, I don't know when. And then for I think I have books. These are for buzzword reading challenges. So let me get my other notebook for that. So sorry. I feel like I'm always a bit chaotic in these videos. So buzzword reading challenges is keyboard keys for the title. And for me, I'm going to be doing 1 Week to Win the Chocolate Maker by Timothy Jablonski. This one has the word one in it, and there's a one on the keyboard, obviously. And then that one was actually a hard challenge for me to find. And then for cover with a silhouette, I put Red City down by Marie Lu, which I've already read and loved. And then the TBR Knockout, the theme is Black History Month. This is hosted by Mel over at Completely Melanie. One of the prompts is to read a book by a Black author. And so for me, I picked Last First Kiss by Julian Winters. This is his newest release that he just dropped in January, and I'm very stoked to see how this one goes. I feel like, again, romance and spring is like the perfect combination this year, and every year I feel like. And then prompt 2 is to read a book that affects the Black community. I picked The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Delilah Harris. This deals with our main character, who's the only Black girl in their publishing industry. And this is an older book. This came out in 2022, I think. '21. So yeah, it's been on my TBR for 5 years. Very curious to see if I will love this one or not. I don't know. Will I? Let me know. And then my next read for the Alice Oseman read-along is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I know Clint said he's canceling the readathon, but for me, I want to keep going in it because I haven't read all of Alice's books, so I would love to read Radio Silence next. And then for my next book in the series type of thing, the next Star Wars book I need to read is Star Wars The High Republic, Tears of the Nameless by George Mann. This is the next YA book that I need to read soon. And then I have a buddy read I'm doing with my friend Sydney. I should have put this at the beginning of the video, but I didn't. But that is Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. We are going to be buddy reading this in the month of February as well. So that's all the books I'll be reading for the month of February. Let me know if you read any of these books. Are you participating in Romcom Swoony Readathon? I can never get that title right. I'm so sorry, girls. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And without further ado, let's leave a yellow heart emoji in the comments if you don't feel like chatting. And I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.